Hello YarnTubers, welcome back to WanderlustCrochet with Dana and Benji here on the Freightliner, and we are talking about our friend Carrie and how she is teaching inmates in a minimum security prison how to crochet. So some of you may have already caught wind of what our friend Carrie Jetin here on YouTube, and also my co-host for the Pacific Northwest Yarning Social in Boise every year. She has been teaching crochet to prisoners in a minimum security facility, and it is changing lives. I mean, I'll go into more detail on that, but can you imagine being in an environment where I couldn't fix my coffee the way I want to? I couldn't interact with a lot of my friends. No internet access, very little access to family. I mean, the depression. I've been to jail, you guys. I've never been to prison. And we're talking for that long. Because I screwed up and made a choice that caused me to be locked up. And I think everybody I know has broken the law. What if that escalated, even though that's not who you are, what if that escalated into being locked up for months or years? Let me share with you how your life can change for the worse in just an instant. I want you to imagine with me, you're going along through life, you're crocheting. By the way, I want you to put your crochet down for this and close your eyes. And you did something you realized was not a good choice. Or, maybe you didn't even know that allowing something to happen within your influence was considered a crime. And you regret it and you want to just go on with your life and never do that again. But suddenly you are detained. You are handcuffed and you are forced into the back of a cruiser, and the person driving you down the road is indifferent to the fact that those cuffs hurt, that your shoulders hurt, that you're sitting on this hard surface and it's so low your knees are cramping up. There is no way to make those little pains go away, and you have to ride that way for quite a while until you get taken in. Now you've got to go to the bathroom. They don't care. You are holding it. You are doing everything in your power while handcuffed not to pee your pants. They don't care. You have to get through intake and thrown into holding before you're allowed to go to the bathroom. So you're going in through intake. You've got your picture taken. You're being fingerprinted. You're crying because you're in shock and you can't believe this is where you are. The person asking you questions or telling you what to do is indifferent to what's going on with you right now. They are indifferent to the emotional and physical pain you're going through. Then you finally get to use a restroom, but you have to do it in front of an officer who then tells you to take off all your clothes and let us inspect every part of your body. And you have to aid them in doing that. Then they give you something else to wear, and you are put into a holding cell where there is a toilet and a sink, open bars in the front, and you get to do all that in front of everybody. Maybe there's other people in there with you. Maybe there's not. Eventually, you are put into a general population, and you are with people, and you are scared out of your mind. You've never been here before. Your life is ending as you know it. I want you to imagine being in that space. There's no crochet. There's no YouTube. There's no Facebook. There's no cuddling up with your children. There's no sleeping in your own bed. Nothing you do is private. Everything is public. You are devastated at this point. Okay, let's take a breath, because you and I, we're good. We're crocheting. We're free. Now, these guys are living those lives, and they are offered a situation in prison where you can either take the contraband drugs that do come in or drink the jailhouse hooch that does get made in prison, or you can learn to crochet. What? Yeah. Our friend Carrie Jetin, she is volunteering once a week, going in there, and as an ACA certified instructor, she has taught the first 20 or so guys who signed up for this to crochet. And I'm telling you guys, check out these pictures. These guys are hungry for crochet. Check out this amigurumi. Look at these blankets. Look at all these hats. These guys are beginners, you guys. They are beginners. And thanks to a lot of you for donating yarn to Carrie, address in the description box. These guys now have a larger selection of yarn rather than the junk they were working with before she got there. It is amazing what these guys are creating and how this is changing their lives. And it's quite possibly part of their future after they get out. So Carrie is changing these guys' lives. Those of you who have donated have changed their lives. And here on YouTube, we are getting ready to honor them with their first make-along. Now that they've gone through the beginning classes and learned to crochet with her, she is getting ready to help them with their first crochet along, which is a divine hat. I know some of you have already heard about this, but for those who haven't, this is what we're doing to honor these guys. So while I make some breakfast here, I will talk to you about ways to help. I know that a lot of people, especially after watching her live, which I'll link down below, a lot of people are going to want to help her out in this endeavor, because these guys had horrible old yarn that was, you know, coming apart. It was almost disintegrating that they were crocheting with. And what they are making is about 90% charity projects because they cannot keep what they have made. They need to, in order for the program to continue and be approved, it has to be about 90% charity minded. So, and also she's going to be rotating out, you know, beginners, and then, you know, continuing to work with the guys who she has already taught to crochet by giving them more patterns and ideas. But then she's rotating in brand new crocheters, and the classes, from what I understand, are about 20 in total. So first, let me tell you what you cannot send. Don't send scissors. Don't send hooks under 4.0 millimeter or above a 7 millimeter. Do not send hardbound books, and I can't think of anything else. Just you know, stick to a few things. So remember that these are mostly beginners. So what they need is beginner-friendly yarn, because they are eating their way through every ounce of yarn that has already been sent to them. I mean, think about it. They've got really nothing else to do throughout the day except eat at meals. So they're crocheting, they're eating, they're sleeping. So what you can send beginner-friendly yarn. Now, I would personally suggest 4-weight acrylic and 4-weight 100% cotton, so they can do a lot of those cotton projects that she's going to be showing them. You can also send, they really need patterns. So any pattern books you want to send, as long as they are a paperback, no hardcovers. And let's not try to skirt around that. Let's just make sure that what you send them is paperback. You can send them a spiral bound as long as it's paperback. Because there are spiral bound hardcover books. I have a couple. So that's what they need. Now, as far as hooks go, from 4.0 to a 7 millimeter. And I'm telling you, they kind of have they could use some more 5.0s, but really the 5.5s, the 6.0s, and the 7 millimeter hooks, they need more of. The guys prefer something with a handle on it, not because they're too good to use the aluminum hooks. It's because they got bigger hands, you guys. And they seem to do better with the Susan Bates style inline hooks versus the tapered, which is the boy style. And I have heard in the past that the inline hooks are better for beginners. So this is what they need, you guys. And I will link her address down below. So this is a way that we can get involved. One more little thing I want to tell you guys. Well, two more. First of all, I want you to imagine what it would be like to be locked up over the holidays. I mean, they're already dealing with depression, and sometimes they're dealing with that by making bad choices. But this program is offering them not only a better choice, but some hope. And one of the greatest things they have received through this program is the encouragement from all of you. Just knowing that we are there behind them is huge for them. Some guys get a little, they get something in their eyes like I am right now. And so 2 more ways that you can just show support that gets back to these guys. And these guys have told Carrie, you be sure to thank them. Thank them for everything they've done. First is because she's doing this Divine Hat Make-Along this month, the make-along we're doing over on the Discord Dana's Wanderlust Crochet community is, we like doing some really cool, very less structured make-alongs. What we're doing over there in the month of January and here on YouTube is making a divine hat. And the video and the pattern will be linked down below. You can make a divine hat. Email me a picture of your divine hat. This is just until Carrie gets a special email set up. And I will make sure that she gets that picture. And she has been showing the guys that we are making divine hats just to honor them. Now, the second way you can just encourage them is to send them a note. Send them a card. Send them a postcard. My plan is to send some while out here on the road. Just a little note of encouragement to brighten their day. So here's what we need from you. We need you to take some time and decide, can you send a note? Can you do a divine hat? Could you send yarn or hooks? The 2 things that they need the most. You could you can at least just give Carrie an encouragement and go watch her video that's linked down below. That is the latest update. She did that live with Carrie the Yarny Elephant. So the Kari and Carrie show, updating how things are going with this program. And in the future, there's going to be more structured kind of things that they are going to be asking for. For 1 month they're doing this kind of charity project, and this is the kind of yarn they need in the hooks. And the next is going to be maybe focusing on another charity. So our 2 favorite charities on this channel are the Mountain States Children's Home in Colorado and Carrie's Threads of Hope in the Boise, Idaho area. So if you guys could at least, if you pray, send prayers for these guys. If you want to send a card or a note just to encourage them, they would love that. Or send some yarn and hooks. So whatever you'd like to do to support Carrie and these guys and what they're doing to make changes in their lives, all of it would be appreciated. Okay? Okay, I love you guys. Bye.